I think we are live. Let me just check if we are live or not in my Facebook group. Yes. Yeah, we are live. Awesome. So hello everyone, welcome back to my live once again. So all of you, most of you know me, and if you have joined here and brand new, so let me introduce myself. I'm Sudipta. I live in New Jersey. I'm a certified nutritionist and a board certified holistic health practitioner, and I help career-driven Indian women who are living in US, who wants to lose weight, want to feel great again, feel confident in their own body, or have different health issues, want to get off medication, can fit into their favorite clothes. So I help them to lose weight and feel great again. So that is about me. So today is a very, very special day, and it's a very special session. And we have our amazing guest here. This is Dr. Susheela Rajan, and we will talk to her and we'll find out how she has done her amazing transformation, how she has lost 32 pounds of body fat. So let's talk to her. Hi, Susheela. How are you?
Oh, fine, Sudipta. Doing well?
Amazing. Thank you. Thank you for joining this live session with us. Would you like to introduce yourself to the viewers?
Yes. I am Susheela Rajan. I'm a physician practicing here in Cincinnati, Ohio. So pretty much. So I just turned 50 this year. And I just had my daughter's marriage also this year. And so that's as far as my professional and my home situation. And I have a younger child who's in college. So as far as my health issues, for the most part, no medical issues, but definitely my weight has been slowly going up over the last, I would say 10, 15, 20 years. And I just didn't bother about it. I've just been busy with work, kids, always like that, and eating what you want, and kept going. And I would say on an average, I was gaining about, this is a Facebook thing. Okay.
Yeah.
So, and I was gaining about maybe 5 pounds a year, 4 to 5 pounds a year. And I kept thinking, oh, that's fine. We'll fix it. Nothing. And maybe I've tried some online programs where you have to put in your calories and tried to lose some weight. And I did do that, about 10 pounds. This was all before COVID. And then COVID hit and my life was a mess. I'm like, I have to go to work, take care of these patients. And my only focus was, okay, I need to be alive and don't bring the disease to my home. And I didn't care about what I was eating. I was stress eating like crazy because you have your mask on and you just eat whatever you get. And I stopped checking my weight for almost 2-3 years during COVID time, because it was like how you talk about stress and survival mode. And I had suddenly gained another 25 pounds. And when I last checked my weight, it was almost up to 195 pounds. This was last August. And then I was like, okay, and that's pretty much around the time I knew my daughter was getting married in 6 months, and I don't want to look like this. And so that's pretty much my background story, how things have happened over 20, 30 years. And that's when I bumped into you, Sudipta. So that's my background.
Thank you so much for giving us a detailed background. Dr. Susheela, what did you initially struggle with?
As far as the weight loss issues?
Yes, with the weight issues. What did you struggle with?
Okay.
I mean,
so basically, my brain knows I need to eat healthy. Okay. And in my mind, because I'm vegetarian, I'm healthy, period. So I always thought I'm eating vegetarian, I'm healthy, That is why I kind of kept putting it away, like I'm eating a healthy vegetarian diet. So that's the thing. And the second thing is, yes, I know I need to exercise, but I'm not an exercise person at all. So I keep telling myself, I'll start it next week. And I never did exercise, So that never happened, because again, in my mind, I'm thinking I'm walking around a lot at work and that is enough. Those are the main things,
Okay.
And nothing about being consistent or focused. So in all these things, you have helped me, I should tell you. So.
Thank you. So basically what you're saying is we always think, Indians like, I'm eating healthy. And so that is that in our mind, that I am eating healthy. I'm vegetarian, whether non-vegetarian, we think I'm eating healthy. So basically what was you struggled with is the lack of motivation, commitment, accountability, consistency, and also the knowledge. So these are the things that you have struggled with.
Mhm.
So what changes you to move away from that struggle? So you are in that situation, you are thinking I'm eating healthy, and then you are not focused, not committed, and then what what changes you to made away from that struggle?
So over the years, I mean, I have realized that especially during the COVID time, I was eating more and more sugar and sweets just to
Hmm.
help me with the stress of it. And then,
Hmm.
like I said, when I was almost reaching 200 pounds, I was like in big shock because I know I was turning 50, and that was like, I'm always like more like way beyond obesity, almost morbid obesity. And I
Hmm.
was, I really need to do something about this, and I had no way of how to take control of my life. I know I had to take control of my life, but I had no idea how to do this. So that was when, like I said, I was scrolling around and bumped into your Facebook page. And yes, we look at different things. I have done some online programs, but every time you have to
Hmm.
log in an Indian food, you have no
Hmm.
idea how much the calories in it and how do you
Hmm.
put the calories. And it's so
Hmm.
complicated to put in calories for a cup of rajma or a cup of chole. And so it was getting very frustrating how to count the calories with your Indian food. And that's when I bumped into you. And I know you're an Indian and you're living in the US and working with Indian working women. So, and then once I met with you, I felt like, okay, time for me to take control of my life. And yes, I can do this. So that was what I think. I kind of like bumped into you at the right time of my life when I was losing control of my life and my health, and I didn't know how to take care of things. With
Got it. So basically,
my daughter's wedding also happening at the same time. So
yeah. So basically, you are saying that you almost reached pandemic hit, and then a lot of work pressure. Since you are a doctor at a hospital, a lot of patient, and your stress level has gone up, and you have started doing a lot of stress eating, and you almost reached near 200 lbs, and that
mhm,
was an eye opener for you. And also, before you joined me, you said you have tried a lot of programs here and there, calorie counting, do this, do that, 1 cup chole, or tracking all this in the app, which is, I mean, uh, calories is very vague, right? It's not the right way. I mean, we need to think about the macronutrients, because 100 calories of spinach is not 100 calories of cookies. So its calories is not right, but you have tried so many things and didn't work, and that made you feel frustrated. You said,
mhm,
time for me to try something real.
mhm,
I need a mentor, I need a coach who can be there with me, teach me, coach me, guide me, so that not only I learn nutrition, also I need to learn the mindset coaching, how to
mhm,
stay motivated, how to stay accountable and consistently doing it, stop the stress eating, what's the reason behind the stress eating. And as I said, you said you are in a uh, um, process that I'm a vegetarian, I'm eating healthy, which was
yes.
not right, and how to get the right knowledge, what is right for my body. I'm
Mhm,
not saying that you are not eating healthy, but you need to eat the right kind of nutrition as per your body type. So this is what you realized, and then you said it's time for me to change and do something real program rather than trying here and there, which is frustrating and not working. So
mhm.
thank you for sharing that. So how our program helped you to achieve all your goals, and how you have lost 32 pounds, and your midsection
In
has
a
gone. You are looking
lot of
beautiful. Yeah.
thank you so much. And a lot of people have commented over the last. See, I have been with your program like since August, almost like
Mm.
about 9 to 10 months now. And yes, I have gone through a lot of ups and downs, and you have been with me through all that. Very supportive, and
Thank
most
you.
importantly, I have always said very positive attitude. Very
Thank you.
optimistic you are, and you keep saying yes, you can go through this. So I think that is the most boosting thing. And the second thing with your program is like you are literally looking at every little picture of food that we send to you, and you are constantly correcting it, but at the same time it is not like correcting everything every day and then you're getting overwhelmed. You're like correcting one little thing at a time, and it is over the course of of months that you slowly change it. Like for the first few months, it was all about just getting into a routine. Yes, you give us a plan, I agree, but that plan is changed, can be changed per your routine, your work routine. and you get to know the person very one-on-one. You have totally understood how my work routine is, and though your plan says eat by 5 o'clock, I'm like, I can't do that, but that's fine, and so all those little things that you worked with, how to eat, when to eat. In the first few months, you worked on just what I was eating and trying to kind of educate me, saying, yes, you think you're eating vegetarian, but these are the vegetarian healthy foods and when to eat it. So you worked on all that. Then you slowly worked on my routine, slowly worked on trying to introduce and worked on my stress level. In my case, how much you kept stressing to me that just food, though 80% is food. Yes. After I got that into my head, and you kept checking to make sure I was still consistent with it. That's another thing. Yes, you understand the food concept. Yes, I'm understanding what you're trying to tell me. But every time I was going off routine, you would like politely, gently nudge me back saying, maybe you took a little bit too much of this today, though you're thinking your mind is healthy. Even too much of healthy is like, for me, like at one point it is the nuts, another time it was a sugar craving, and gone through a lot. So that's one thing. I feel like you're literally watching like a hawk what we are eating and trying to correct it, and then you have slowly worked on trying to correct my daily routine, how to insist on my sleep routine, how to get that under control, and most importantly, you're not forcing me to exercise, because I am not an exercise person. You are gently nudging it. I'm still not there yet, but you're gently working with me on it, because in my case, you have told me that other than the food, getting the stress under control is important. And only now though you've told me about the exercise, it is not like second month you need to be exercising. I was so scared about it. I cannot do this much exercise. And I feel like you have worked with how my life is working, so I think that's the main thing. Yes.
Thank you so much. So basically you are saying everything has been customized for you,
Yes.
your lifestyle, your food
Yes.
habits, your stress level, and that is what I keep telling, like everyone is different, their food habits, their environment, that work style and the culture and kid, everything is different. And there cannot be one size fit to all. So that is
Yes.
how we customize our coaching program. Who need more mindset coaching, who need more nutrition coaching, yes, everything is important, but art is one step at a time. If I can
Yes.
ask you to do 100 different things at a time, Susheela, do this workout, eat healthy, do stress management, sleep better, and you have your work to do, you have your kids to manage, and that is going to be overwhelmed for you. So that's why, what is important, one step at a time right now. So we have started with, teaching you, coaching you to start eating healthy, the very basic, start eating healthy. Yes, vegetarian. So people have a myth in their mind, people, vegetarians cannot lose weight, they have less protein option, and that it's not true. Whether you are vegetarian, you are vegan, you are non-vegetarian, everyone can lose weight, and when with the right kind of mindset, with the right kind of guidance. So that is the first thing that we have worked with you is, start coaching you on food. So once you adapted that, then we have started working on your stress. Yes, exercise is important, but for me, since you have a very tight schedule, you really work hard, you are a doctor, you are a physician, you have very less time. So the first thing is you need to sleep right without compromising. If you compromise on your sleep and then you do workout, you need to recover from your workout. Otherwise, workout is not going to be effective for you. So for me, to start eating healthy, then sleep better, correct your sleep, then we'll work on your stress, then we work on your exercise, and slowly, and that is how you lost a lot of weight, you got compliment, and you look so amazing on your 50th birthday picture. You look
Yes.
so beautiful on your daughter's wedding picture, and I saw all that, and I feel so happy for you. And it is definitely amazing, mind-blowing transformation. Lost midsection fat, you have been sleeping better, your stress levels are gone down, and you have lost that 32 pounds. That's a big amount of weight. And thank you so much for sharing that with us. So what are your achievements or wins from last so many months you are with me, if you have to
So
summarize?
achievements, I would say first thing is with the food issue,
Hmm. Hmm.
I really did not think that
Hmm.
I could live without rice. That was the main thing. Every time, like I'm a South Indian, okay? So that was one thing I liked about you is, yes, you're North Indian, but you're Indian. So when I tell you I'm eating sambar or I'm eating kuttu or I'm eating all this South Indian foods, you're able to understand what I'm eating, or you're able to give me a South Indian option for the menu that you're talking about. So that's one thing, So, and then I thought I was still eating, though vegetarian, I was eating enough protein, but I was not eating enough protein. So in my vegetarian diet, how to add enough protein, you really worked on it. You kept saying, this is only half a serving. It's not, I kept thinking I'm eating enough, but how much you kept fixing, that is not enough protein. That's not enough protein. So you worked on that. And big thing is this rice craving. I could eat rice twice a day, 7 days a week. And I pretty much kept telling you I can't live without rice. Now it's like, if I get a rice once in a while, I go out, I don't feel very guilty about it, but it's not like I have to eat rice, that carb cravings you have really worked on that for me. The protein intake, yes. And then again, vegetarian, I thought I'm eating a lot of vegetables because I eat any vegetable. I love vegetables because I'm a vegetarian, right? But I was not eating enough until you stress that you need to measure and make sure you're getting it. So now that has come as a routine for me. By the end of the day, or at least by dinner time, I'm like, how much I've eaten for the day? How much more do I need to catch up? So that's one thing. Same thing with water. I love drinking water. And I always thought I'm drinking a lot of water, but when you start really measuring, no, not at all, So the food issue, one by one, it is not like everything bundled on my head one time. One by one, I have educated myself. You have taught me how to do it. And then every few months when my face changes, you're trying to tell me how to alter that to help me with the loss of weight also, So slowly working on all that, and then trying to work on how to calm myself. That is one thing, how you told me I have to take 2 showers a day. I have to try to go to bed on time and wake up on time. It's not like waking up randomly at 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning. I was doing all that. Now I have realized I have to give my health my priority to do that. So that is my next step. And now I'm working on, though you have not pushed me, I'm working on trying to do more exercise, not 45 minutes, but, slowly about 10 to 15 minutes every day to add that to the routine. So those are all my learnings. And, and now you have introduced the mindset mastery with Dava too. So that really helps to help us get out of this guilt phase and take control. I feel like I'm in control of what I'm eating for the most part. There are days that I'm guilty, that I lose control, but then the minute I message you, you immediately give me a positive answer back, how to get your life back in control. It's not like a 1 week later answer, too late. If I'm having a problem today, I message you, reply right away, how to fix it and start the day the next day in a fresh way, So those are all the things that I have really learned, how to be aware, how to be mindful of what you're eating, how to be aware. And so definitely, and I know you keep saying 80% is your diet. So I'm learning that part. And then slowly, I never believed that controlling your stress is going to help you, but I'm believing it now after going through the group meetings, because when you see other people saying, that's also very helpful in the program, by the way.
The environment that we create.
Yes, absolutely. Because then that environment, getting positive feedbacks from other people about what helped them, didn't help them, that is helping, and everybody's talking only about Indian foods, thank God, because for us, how much ever you eat outside, only one meal I can do non-Indian. I need to get back to the Indian foods and how you can manage your Indian foods. Different people talk about different things. And then talking about food preparation, how much you have stressed it. I have never prepared food and put it in the freezer ever in my life, but I do it now. I have never packed food for work. I eat whatever is available, whenever available. There'll be pizza there, there'll be cake there. Now, no, I pack my food every day. It takes me the extra 10 minutes in the morning. I don't care. So many learnings, but it has taken a lot of effort. But you have
so much
been through that. So I don't feel like it's hard work. You have been with me through all that.
So. Yeah. So basically over the time, now you have learned so much thing. You learned how to do meal preparation. You learned how to do mindful eating, peaceful eating, take control of your food. So that was your learning from last 9 to 10 months. Yes. people think that it will happen overnight, but that is what I when someone join, I tell them, come with a mindset of at least 6 months, because we don't do any magic. It's all about
Mhm.
learning, patience, and yes, you are going to change, but if you want change permanently, it takes time, because you did not change overnight. You did not put on this weight in a month. It has been there with you maybe over a decade or 20 years or 30 years, and now
Mhm.
you are expecting everything will change. Yes, you'll start losing weight from the first month itself, but
Mhm.
it is not just about your weight. It is also about the mindset coaching, how you change, sleep better, feel stress, I mean, lower stress. So all these things that you have learned, and also you said our support, we give daily support. So the day that then and there, today, if you're feeling bad, or if you did something, out of the truck, and when you ask the questions, we are there to help you, our daily support. And also we have our team calls where we get together. We have this brainstorming session where we learn from each other. So these are the things that has helped you. Amazing,
Yes.
great learning. Now you have lost 30 to lbs and you're feeling great. How it is helping in your work or personal life?
First of all, everybody says you look good, so that's a good thing. Definitely at work, all my coworkers have noticed. Maybe I have inspired some other people to at least follow a healthy lifestyle at work once they see me, and people know at work that I love sugar, I love sweets, I love anything to do with bakery products. People don't bring it to me anymore. They know that I'm on a diet. Initially, I was like a shy and everything, but it's like a healthy thing. Be proud about it. So we share common goals at work with other people, so that's one thing, so, and it is, that feels really good when people say you look good. So that's one thing. So, and then you have also been very realistic. I'm 50 plus now. So, you never told me, like, you clearly said, if you're younger, yes, your metabolic rate is faster, you can lose faster. It is going to take time because mine is gained over 30 years, not over 10 years, so it will be slower, and you've been very realistic about it, and so that way it's helped through. And when I have been through stress and I was gaining weight, I was eating, you supported me through that also, saying it's okay, right now we're stressed, it's okay to eat, though I was so scared. That helped me because I had to eat more to help through the stress. So that way, at home, only my husband and I. So unfortunately, he's losing faster than I'm losing because he's eating the same foods I'm eating. So that way, yes, the home situation. Now, whoever visits home, and of course, my husband and I, it's all about eating healthy vegetarian food. So most of the snacks and all that at the home is taken care of. At work, definitely better as far as the environment, and I feel encouraged. As far as energy levels, I know some people say they're like boom boost of energy, but I feel like in my case, it's been a very, very, very subtle increase. I think everybody is different,
Mm,
so it's been a subtle increase. I don't have this, like I used to have a lot of dips at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, like I am done for the day, I can't do it. Now
mm,
I don't feel the dips. Now I feel like, yes, because again, you have told me what I can have a snack, how to have a healthy snack. And I have slipped many times eating the wrong snack at that time when I get my dip, and how to take the healthy snack during that time to get over that hump during the day for me to get through the day. And yes, so for me, that will, many of the younger people in the group say the big change in energy within a few weeks or few months, but they are all young mothers with young kids. So for me, it has been a very slow change, but definitely a change in the process. It's not like, so those are the few things I would say in my routine.
amazing. Thank you for sharing that. So your energy level has been improved over the period of time. Everyone is complimenting. You are feeling good. Your stress level has gone down. You have started practicing everything that we have taught you to manage the stress, whether it's taking shower or taking a scented bath. So thank you for sharing that. So what do you suggest when someone thinking to work with Sudipta Fitness, work with me? So what do you suggest them? What do you suggest to the
I
viewer? Because
I
you are a doctor,
definitely.
people look up to you, you are being a physician, and you have a very hectic work culture, right? So when people come to, like, the Indian moms, they come to me, I have very hectic life, I cannot do this, I have to manage work, I have to manage kid. And they come up with all this mindset, that's the mindset that you have created. So what do you suggest for those moms or those working Indian female professionals who have job to do and family to manage, and they think they cannot take care of their health. And what do you suggest for others who is thinking to work with Sudipta Fitness or to me?
I mean, definitely for working Indian moms, because it's hard for you to change your diet. Well, the rest of the family is eating different, especially I'm seeing with the younger moms. My situation is different. Definitely I tell them to at least schedule a call with you, because that's all I did. I just scheduled a call with you to see if, I have scheduled a call with other people too, but I never felt that connection, So I feel like, yes, schedule a call with you so that you can be reassured that yes, she's going to work with you on your schedule, your kid's schedule, what kind of foods you do and what kind of work you do to work with you. Yes, I have a hectic schedule, but I do have quite a few days off too. But you have worked with my schedule. My schedule is not this typical 5 days and 2 days, but it's a week on, week off. But you have worked with my schedule and how to alternate the diet. So I feel like, especially for working moms, you're going to work with their schedule. I can reassure them, that it is going to work with their schedule and how to do it, and for all the traveling people, I've seen so many traveling working moms in your group and how you have worked with them, to teach them what they can do during travel to help at least maintain what they lost so that when they come back, they can continue with all that, So definitely I would encourage them to at least make a phone call and talk to you so that I know you're going to tell them realistically, yes, this is workable and how to do this, and of course, be realistic about it. Don't go with these dreams that things is going to happen in a month or 2 months, be realistic, and you look at what that person's body weight is and lifestyle habits are to see what is, in my case, you were very realistic, and what would happen, in 6 months, this last 4 months have been up and down, but you've been, and I'm hoping for the next few months to again, keep going. Yeah, so definitely encourage to at least make a phone call with you and talk to you, because once they talk to you, they know, your
They would
person
know, they will have the
important
realistic
thing.
idea. So even though they're joining or not, they will have like where they are, and I will ask a lot of questions based on what are their goals, what are their struggles, and what we promise, we keep our promise, we don't give any false expectation, we set up a realistic plan. Okay, so this is what you want and this is how much you can achieve. And yeah, so when we talk, whether they join it, first of all, when someone come to me, we'll talk, I'll find out whether I am the right fit to work with each other. We are the right fit to work with each other. If I feel yes, we don't work with anyone and everyone unless and until I feel I can help. So if we are the right fit to work with each other, we can go from there. And they have to also, the prospect also, they have to also feel, yes, Sudipta can help me. And then only we'll proceed. So yes, so first step is, talk to me and find out how it can all work out for you. And then we can go from there. Thank you so much for encouraging others. And thank you so much for taking your time to do this. And I look forward to seeing your continual progress with us here at Sudipta Fitness. Thank you so much
Awesome.
for joining our live. And thank you everyone for watching this. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Thank you, Sudipta. See you. Bye.